But you really can't work on yourself by yourself in a sense, because you never know where you at till you with somebody else, Sheldon. If that makes sense.
Make a lot of sense, bro.
I don't know if I'm by myself. All I'm dealing with is myself. Because man is not an island. But when I'm around Sheldon and we having this interview or we dialoguing, that means I have to share space. I have to respect what Sheldon's saying, even if I might not agree with it. So it's the same thing in a relationship. So people just say that stuff, but really, the more you are single or the longer, the harder it is for you to operate in a relationship. You know what I mean? Because you've been single so long. So, I disagree with that statement. You never know where you at until you around people that's not yes men, that's your true friends. People cause you to grow. You know what I mean? Like us, Sheldon, us on this radio. A lot of things you said, man, Sheldon dropped a bomb. You know what I mean? So I go back and think about what you said. But if I'm just sitting up, I could talk to myself in the mirror, Sheldon. You know what I mean? But when I'm around you or I'm talking to you and me, you, and Vincent having this dialogue, we all got something to bring to this table, as you said. So we all leave from some with this table, and then we grow. And that's part of living your best life, too, because it affects how we think. And, man, I ain't look at it like that. Or, So I think about stuff like that as well.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what it is, though, man. I mean, having balance, being able to listen, being able to take good advice. Advice, you're going to do what? You're going to either accept it, you're going to shelf it, or you're going to throw it away. So it's all about, man, taking the advice that people's giving you. And some of that advice will lead to you having a better life. Some of that advice will be like, you know what? I can't use that right now because I'm not in a position to use that. But I'm going to put it on the shelf and I'll come grab it later. So it's all about, man, being acceptable and receptive, I guess, of information that people are giving you to help you get to the next particular level, man. I want to give a shout out, man, to Christy Bishop. Always listen to the show, always commenting, always having something great to say. So I want to just really give her a shout out, man, because she's consistent as a fan listening to Think About It Radio. So I commend you for listening to us, man, because again, as I always say, there's a lot of information out there on the internet to listen to. There's a lot of places you can go to tune in, to check out podcasts. So for you to listen to Think About It Radio and to place a comment to Think About It Radio, I can dig it. Can you dig it? I appreciate that. I really do. But she always has some good stuff to say, though, man, Brandon. And you always have a lot of good stuff to add to the table. Vincent Booker, when he's available, always has some good information to add to the table. That's what makes Straight from the Street show as great of a show as it is, because we have some hard hitters, some heavy spitters, and some people with some great experience and knowledge that's sharing information on this show. So I am grateful because we are living our best life. We are living our life. We're not just existing. No, I don't have 1 million viewers, 1 million fans, 1 million sponsors. I don't have all of that just yet.
Right.
But what I do have is a passion to educate, a passion to entertain, a passion actually to edutain, and to link up with people from my hometown, Crockett, Texas. Can you dig it?
That's right.
So link up and to bring a city that's the oldest county in the state of Texas, also one of the poorest, and can grab a brother that went through the system, came out the system. Now he is doing big things out here, and we were able to reconnect because we connected years ago. I'm talking about when I was in middle school, high school. Me and this cat connected because we were just cool like that. And to come in 2018 and to be able to produce and put something out there the way we are, that is nothing but God, nothing but a blessing, nothing but favor on our part. So we're both positive, we're both motivated, and we're both encouraged to help you guys get to the next level.
That's right, man. And like you said, a lot of times, and going back to advice too, I don't think a lot of times, like if a person says something to me, and I know it's not out of malice and spite, then I don't look at it because I try my best to think about, why a person may not see it this way. I posted something today, and it was an interview. I always watch Vlad TV. Vlad was a DJ. He was Russian, actually, Russian guy, and he was asking the rapper Willie D. Well, he was talking to Willie D. about, how did he want to become a rapper. And Willie D was saying he used to box, he said, but he decided to become a rapper because, even though he's good at boxing, he said, I ain't have to leave with no headaches, if I rap. And he said his sister told his mom, I don't know why he's trying to do this rap stuff. It's not going to work. He ain't got no money right now. I mean, it ain't paying him, so he just needs to get a job. And I made the joke because he said it was foreign to her because they never grew up around celebrities. So he said he didn't look at her speaking from with malice or anything. He looked at her speaking from, this can't happen because, this ain't real. We don't see it around us. He said until he bought her a foreign car. It was foreign to her until he bought her a foreign car. You know what I mean? So he said she was excited then. But just like Vlad, the same thing. He said his mama said he was being irresponsible because he left and followed his dreams, become a DJ. Now, he said until she came to that big house. So, people can't see your vision right then because they are limited and they don't see themselves doing anything great. And they basing their life off of how they grew up, and what they seen. And so a lot of times people don't do this with malice. They just limit it on what they see. So it took me going to prison to really understand that I was great when I tapped into myself because I started reading these books. That's why education, especially self-education, is very important, bro. Read because there's so many powerful books out there, so many motivational things, but we don't know if we don't pick up the book. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I started to look at myself in a different light. Once I started reading and changing my thinking, we call it cognitive intervention. Took this class called cognitive intervention. So, all these different things was causing me to grow. So you got to get rid of a lot of things. You got to turn yourself down a lot of times and rebuild yourself. So, but that's what did it for me. And even so, once I got a hold to that knowledge, Shelton, even though I was still in a situation that wasn't conducive for progress for human development, the physical place it's meant to retard you. You know what I mean? But it caused me to grow. Like they say, the rose from the concrete. And that's when I began to change my views. And I knew in my mind's eye, bro, that I was going to do some things. I didn't know it was going to be like this. I couldn't even fathom, some of the stuff I'd been blessed with. But I knew, I'm like, man, when I get out, I'm going to speak. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was going to be exactly like this, high schools and Prairie View. I used to dream of this stuff, bro. So a lot of times you got to speak it into existence. Just like you said earlier. Yeah, I don't have 1 million views just yet. That was the key word. You know what I mean? Just yet.
You heard that, right? You heard that, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I caught it. I caught it. And see, patience. A lot of times we're not patient and staying the course. So, I had to be patient in there, bro. You got to be patient for everything. Mail call, going to chow, waiting on somebody to come visit. Everything is waiting there. So I was just plotting and planning. And we always say, in this long, God is the best of planners. I never could fathom, me traveling, me speaking to the youth, me doing all these things I have accomplished so far. And going back to what you said earlier, Sheldon, if I was to die today, in my heart, in mind, I always say I ball. You know what I mean? But I really mean what we just saying, bro. I know I've been living. So I ain't tripping. I'm satisfied with my life.
Bruh,
You know what I mean?
go grind, go get it. I just responded to my kinfolk, man. Shout out to my kinfolk, H-Town paralegal in this bad boy. He's a legal attorney, man, and doing great things out here in the system with as far as legal stuff and everything like that. Shout out to a realtor, Tina Randolph, right? That was just responding to a text, and I told her, keep on hustling, and she was like, you know what, I have no choice but to keep hustling. See, here's the deal. If you wake up with a grind and a passion in your heart, how dare you let somebody take that from you? If it's your passion, if it's your grind, if it's your hustle, it belongs to you. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody. You dig what I'm saying? If you got a car that's paid off, right, that's paid for, you don't have to worry about the repo man coming to get your car. Now, if you got a car that's being financed and you 3 months late, worry. Can you dig it? Because they're going to come to get that bad boy. They're going to get it. Whether you at the job, whether you at the grocery store, whether you at the daycare.
Well, they going to find it, but you ain't lying. I had that happen.
They coming to get it. They coming to get it, man. You know what I mean? So you gotta figure out, man, you know what you willing. So own whatever you own, right? So when you have that sense of ownership, when you own who you are, when you own your personality, when you own your way of thinking, nobody else has a right to take that from you. They can't take it from you. They can get mad, they can get upset, they can hate, they can do whatever they want to do. But as long as you ain't putting your hands on me, you can think however you want to think about me, partner.
Right.
I don't care, because the thing about it is that you have to think enough about yourself to where it doesn't matter what somebody else says, because you locked in who you are. Are you living? Are you just existing? Ask yourself that question every single day. And if you feel like you're just existing, change it. Change the game, change your habits, change your way of doing things, man.
That's right, habits. I'm glad you're speaking of habits, because I've seen somebody post another thing. And like I said, man, I just try to do what you call critical thinking. Because I try to look at stuff from not just one perspective. So this girl, she and I understood her, said, why would you smoke marijuana and, and they stop you from getting a good job and whatever. She say, some of y'all on marijuana, like, it's no different from other drugs. Now, I agree with that part, too. It can be like that, because you needed to function. But what I said on her post, and, she's a cool young sister, I said, well, old habits die hard. So, if this person's been smoking for a long time, it takes a while for them to you just can't quit cold turkey anything. So it's just not marijuana, it's other things. So a lot of times we got to be conscious and careful when we say that type of stuff, because it's no different, other things too. I'm not justifying that, but old habits die hard. They already said it takes like 30 days to break a habit. That's kind of why we fast during Ramadan, because we trying to break habits and break bad habits and establish good habits. You know what I mean? So that stuff takes time. But once you work on a goal, as I said, you set a goal for yourself, and then you accomplish that goal, no matter how small, no matter how big, because what's small to you or what's big to you is not like somebody else. So, again, like you said, tuning into who you are. Don't worry about what other people think. And it could be to lose some weight. It could be to lose 5 pounds, It could take you 3 to 6 months. Don't worry about what other people think. You focus on that. You know what I mean? Or to save some money. You might not have to save. You might not save $100 every week. You might start with $5. That's a start. You know what I mean? So everything is in stages.
Somewhere. It all begins somewhere, man. Be in tune with who you are, man. Miss Christy Bishop made a comment real quick. She said the difference is realization, attitude, and action. You start by realizing that time is one resource we'll never get back. So we can't afford to waste it doing things that won't better our life. That's the same thing you were talking about, right? Why are you wasting time? You can't get it back. It's not like when you get a certain age in life, you can push a button and say, okay, hey, what? You go back to 21, start over.